Hi guys, it's me, Mario, and today we're going to continue Stealth with the Ghost Panther. Chapter 7, The Claws of Stealth. How y'all doing today? Hope you're doing well. I sure am. And let's get this reading started, shall we? Stealth, the Ghost Panther. Chapter 7, The Claws of Stealth. Let me turn on the music. There we go. Let's get this started. Tom and Elena crept through shifting light and darkness as clouds scattered across the face of the moon. The city streets were empty, but Tom knew that every corner, doorway, or abandoned market stall could conceal stealth. He logged aside a barrel full of rubbish to peer into the corner behind it, but he only disturbed a rat, which scuttled quickly away. On the other side of the street, Elena was peering down a stairwell into the doorway of someone's cellar. "Nothing's here," she called softly to Tom. His sword at the ready, Tom led them further away from the palace. All the while, he was alert for the flash of amber eyes or the sound of evil snarling, but there was no sign of the ghost beast anywhere. Suddenly, Tom heard the sound of a door crashing open. Loud voices echoed in the still air, and the thud of footsteps came rapidly closer. Elena tugged at Tom's arm. "Quick, hide!" Tom led Storm into the mouth of a narrow alley. Elena and Silver followed and pressed themselves against the wall. Peering out of the shadows, Tom saw a group of men and women burst into the streets from around the nearest corner. Their clothes were filthy and ragged. Tom could make out Stelz's claw marks on some of them. All of them held weapons, knives, hammers, and mallets. Their eyes seemed to glow with rage as they stumbled past the mouth of the valley. They banged on closed doors or pulled up cobbles from the streets to throw at shuttered windows. Tom caught a glimpse of a man peering out from one of the houses, wide-eyed with terror, before slamming the shutters closed again. Tom felt sick as he watched them go. The citizens had been happy until the claws of stealth had changed them. He tightened his grip on his sword, more determined than ever to find the ghostly panther and defeat him. Elena put a comforting hand on Tom's arm. "Maybe they'll be all right again," she suggested, "just as soon as Stealth is dead." They emerged from the valley and went on with their search. But the city was silent again, and Stealth had not reappeared. "This is hopeless," Tom said at last, halting beside a large inn on a street corner. "It will be dawn soon, and what will we do then? It could be dangerous to stay in the city in daylight." "You mean it's not dangerous now?" Elena's mouth twisted in a worried grin. "What's the matter with Silver?" she added. The wolf had raised his muzzle and was sniffing the air, his hackles his back rising. "Can you sense something, boy?" Suddenly alert, Tom spun around. At the same instant, a loud yowling, split the silence. A huge black shape launched itself from the roof of the inn. Silver's warning had given Tom the seconds he needed to leap out of the way in time. Stealth landed on the cobbles, panting slightly as the gaze from his yellow eyes locked with Tom's. His gleaming white fangs were bared in a snarl. Tom heard an answering snarl coming from Silver's throat. The wolf's fur was bristling. His muscles tensed to leap at the fierce panther. Stealth towered over them, claws unsheathed, ready to strike. "Elena, keep back," Tom warned. "Don't let Silver or Stormwind come near." What would happen if my friends were turned to evil? He thought with horror. "Silver!" Elena's voice was commanding. "Silver, come here. You can't help." The Grey Wolf let out a whine of protest, but he obeyed Elena nonetheless, and followed her. Tom was aware of his friend leading Storm and Silver further down the alley beside the inn, but he kept his gaze fixed on the ghost beast. He had never seen anything like it before. Stealth's yellow eyes flared. His claws glinted. His claws glittered. His huge ears swiveled back and forth, twitching at the slightest noise. But what turned the blood on Tom's veins to ice was the beast's 3 tails, slashing through the air like whips. Itchy nose. Around the panther's neck was a thick leather collar, from which hung a scrap of gold. Tom's heart beat faster as he spotted it. The last piece of the amulet of Aventia. If only he could get the fragment, his quest would be complete. His father would no longer be a ghost. Tom knew he couldn't risk coming within range of Stealth's claws or his 3 lashing tails. Raising his sword, he sent it whirling through the air in a shining arc. Stealth crouched to leap at Tom, but before he could take off, the spinning sword sliced through one of his 3 tails and fell clattering to the cobbles. Blood as black as night spurted from the wound, and Stealth let out a howl of rage and pain. Tom's eyes widened as the beast shifted into his ghostly form. His body transformed to churning black smoke, outlined by a shimmering scarlet light. "No," Tom thought. "Stealth is changing into his ghostly form to hide himself from me. How can I defeat a beast I can't even see?" He darted forwards to retrieve his sword. Immediately, the panther changed back into flesh and bone, giving a terrifying snarl. "You can't scar me, Stealth," Tom called out bravely. Stealth crouched on the cobbles, ready to spring at him. Tom was caught between the beast and the wall of the inn. His sword lay out of reach, almost underneath the paws of the beast. An arrow whipped through the air from behind him, striking the panther between his yellow eyes. Stealth tossed his head with a snarl of fury, giving Tom the chance to grab his sword and scramble out of range. "Thanks, Elena," he shouted as another arrow struck the beast on the shoulder. Stealth bared his teeth menacingly. Tom could see how hungry he was for revenge. The huge beast leaped into the air, his vast black shadow enveloping Tom. At the last second, Tom jumped aside, but he didn't have his magical leaping powers anymore. As his feet hit the uneven cobbles, he stumbled and fell awkwardly, knocking the breath out of his body. Must move away, Tom thought, half stunned. Must get up. But his body wouldn't obey him. Unable to move, he watched with horror as Stealth stretched out one paw, his deadly claws bared and ready to attack. That is the image that came with the words. I'm not good with words. Oh well. Here's Stealth leaping into the air, about to pounce on Tom. And here's Tom dodging Stealth after Stealth jumped from the roof. So yeah. Tom is in a situation not very favorable to him. Hope you will join me on Tuesday as I read Chapter 8, Elena to the Rescue. Well, hope you guys like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you guys are interested in more Beast Quest videos. Or a new dragon soon. I keep saying soon, but I never actually get to making the bio for the new dragon, so yeah, I probably need to do that after I upload this one. Well, see you all in the next video. Bye-bye. Why am I fixing my mustache in the recording? I don't know. Bye.